part, or is it just
Just Joel.
just Joel?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're good.
Okay.
A little smaller.
Yeah. So you guys in for your merit badges? Oh, they're all interested in that, huh?
Yeah.
So you guys in for your merit badges and stuff like that? Yeah. All right. So the barn you're in is called the Ward Kimball Collection. Mr. Kimball was an animator for Walt Disney. All right. So this little train here, and the bigger one on the other side that you're gonna go see on the other side, these ran in his backyard up in San Gabriel, California. All right. And so they ran on a 500-foot track in and out of his backyard. Okay. Right. You're a very good guesser. And then we also have the other gentleman down there that's going to be our. Oh, you Maddie? Okay. All right, guys, we're going to walk down this way here. All right. So it actually came from Hawaii first, okay? And so, like I said, it ran in his backyard on about a 500-foot track in his backyard.
Actually, how big was his backyard?
Not real big, bud. Just smaller. The barn was a little smaller size than this, and it ran from out of the barn to the end of his driveway and back. Okay. And by the way, guys, when we give tour groups through here, it doesn't matter if it's your scouts or schools or whatever. There's an old saying that I have out here. Okay, when I was growing up, they always said, "There's no stupid questions." So what do you think about that? Your question might be stupid, huh? So what I tell everybody that comes through here, you guys are very smart. You guys are intelligent. You have a brain. A question, you answer it. The only way that you're going to learn in life is by asking that question. The only way that I'm going to learn is by trying to answer that question. I'm going to tell you right now, I've been stumped a couple of times, okay? So, all right? And grab the rope real quick for me, would you, bud? So, go ahead and give it a pull. It's not that loud. I got a louder bell here than you hear on the other side. All right. So, you think that one sounds good? Wait till we get over on the other side. You're going to hear a sweet bell on the other side. So, is there any? Guys, is there any questions or anything while you guys are up on this side? Are you guys okay with everything?
Yeah.
All right, now you got to remember now, because if you're taking your railroad merit badge, you don't know what's going to be on the test, right? So you might have some questions and stuff like that and things on there. But when you guys take your test, don't go through it real fast. All right, think about your questions, what are on the questions, okay? All right, and then answer them that way. And you'll probably do a 10-time better job, and then you go, oh, I know that, and then all of a sudden it wasn't the right answer, right? All right, let's go on down this way, guys.
Okay. Hold on, I do want to get this stuff. Oh, we're gonna have to delete that.
So tools that they would use in that gate, all right? So these would be all kind of the different tools that they would have. They'd have shovels, they would have their pick hammers, they would have their railroad tongs. And now you got to remember, you know, like nowadays when you see guys working on the railroad right now, they got these big giant machines. That big machine picks this up, moves this around, this machine moves this around. You got to realize they did all this by hand. All right? Okay. Any questions so far? You guys okay? Yes, sir.
What's that funny thing on the end of the car here?
That's a funny thing on the end of the car. All right. John pointed this out.
That isn't that.
We got to scoot the cars up a little bit. We were doing some work in here. All right. So back in the olden days. What do you think this is, guys? Besides a big hunk of metal. Yes, sir.
I think it locks the two cars together.
Up to the cars?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Link and pin. All right. So, got to remember, back in those days, they didn't have a lot of, radios, things like this. So what they would do on the other side, say like this was hooked onto this car here. So when this came in, he would hold this up to line it up and drop that pin in there. And Now you got to remember, many years go back too, people would either get their fingers pinched, get crushed, sometimes you'd go too far and it would miss. So, what's one of the main things, here's one of the things really quick, what would be one of the main things that you might have on that test? What's one of the main things that,
Safety first?
Very good. See? All right? You're thinking. You're using that noggin. Safety first. Any kind of trains, even with the ones we do with the air hoses out there, I'm not crazy, but I wouldn't stand like this. All right? Because what did I just say could happen if that pin missed or anything else? It would squish me, right? Like a bug. So the main thing that you want to do is you always want a way out. So that train's coming in, all right? I pick that pin up, and as soon as it gets in there, I'm gonna drop that thing in there and get out of the way, all right? The other thing that you do not want to do is you never, ever, ever want to do something like this. What do you think can happen to you if you're down on your knees like this? You can get crushed, because can I move fast enough to get out of the way? No, all right? So, it doesn't matter if it's our railroad, it doesn't matter if it's Sacramento Railroad or anywhere where you can go. And even out here, even though you guys are having fun, first thing that you guys always want to remember is safety first. Look both ways before you cross the track. And the other thing that is my biggest worry is a lot of people, so this has got cement, but a lot of people like to do this. What are you doing? Walking that track? That's a big no-no, because what could happen to you if you fell that way? Yes, sir. Get your foot stuck, fall down, hit your head. So that's another thing. It may not be on your test, but it's always a good thing to think about. All right? Gentlemen, you can walk up, and ladies, you can walk up into our baby here. That's our caboose, and then we'll take you around on the other side, and I'll turn you loose back to your Yes, sir, 36. Okay, so there's out here at our museum, we have 4 foot 8, which is the width of a
Wait, we can go in this one, right?
4 foot 8. We have 3 foot 6. Okay,
Oh, forget that half inch.
yeah, I'm sorry, half. Then we have 3 foot, 3 foot 6, and then ours is 36. And measure inside. Inside of that book. Sure, that's what, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, guys, walk through, come out on the other side.
Okay, let's go. Oh man, this is a good view. So, just
Yeah.
Oh, that's happening? You got love
Oh, where you are. Inside here.
I'm curious, like, you know, on the trains,
Uh-huh.
the train wheel actually goes inside this track, or is it right?
Why do you have to ask me these? You know, you know what? This is supposed to be a fun thing. You know what? Yeah. Okay.
I'm just looking.
Oh no. The thing is we are an educational museum, and like I was telling the young guys, the only way that you're going to get anything, or you're going to have to ask, right? See the inside flange?
Right.
Right, it's right inside the.
But you know, but like on the train side, like outside, right?
Yeah.
You know how the tracks are raised, right?
Right.
So it looks like the wheels are covering over
Yeah, just like this wheel here is covering over this part of the track, it's riding right inside, right up. This flange is riding right up against that groove. This is called a flange. This is your wheel. This is your flange. Your flange rides right up on the inside, just like up there on top, just like on the big cranes up on top.
Okay. I thought there's two flanges that go over the.
Oh no.
It's actually the inner one that's right.
So yeah, there's your flange there. There's your flange on this side. Yeah. And there's your flange on the inside of this side. Because this way here, it's pushing out against that track to keep it on the track. Okay? Cool. All right, guys, we're going to go around see where Dawn is right there?